Hello there, Yorkshire Yarn Fest. I'm so glad to be here. It's absolutely roasting today. Glasses are steaming up. As tradition, we know this happens. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I hope that you buy lots of lovely squish from myself and so many other amazing dyers today. So I'm just gonna give it a moment. I've got a couple of people giving me a wave. Hi, I'm John. I'm the dyer behind Dystopic Fibre, and it's so warm. I can't cope with the heat. I can't do it. Should I take the glasses off? I can't read then if I take the glasses off. I'm gonna keep them on. But we know what's happening with the steam. Hi, thank you so much for saying hello. I can see a couple of people waving. So I know that I've got 15 minutes and I want to make sure that I keep within that. So I have been very busy dyeing a collection based on the Wizard of Oz, and that's up at the top. And then I've got a special mini skein set that I dyed for this festival, and the theme was Earth Day, which was, I think it was Thursday. Thursday just passed, and I got a bit carried away, and you might be able to see the mini skein set here, but I might have dyed them up on full skeins as well, which I absolutely love. I love them so much. So to get straight into it, I'm going to go through all of the skeins, and I'm going to see if I can squeeze them all in one by one, and let's go. So we're going to start with the Wizard of Oz. I've got three that I've kind of dyed together and grouped together, and so the thought was the Emerald City, and I've got three colourways all together. So I've got one here, and this is called the Western Sky, and so it's a lovely deep black, and that fades through like a tealy blue, and then it fades into a lovely rich green, and so that's the Western Sky. And then we've got Emerald at Dusk, and the thought was that it was Emerald City, kind of as the sun goes down and as kind of nighttime approaches. And then we've got we've got Emerald City, and so that has a really sharp green. It's got some slight blue speckling that you can see, some playful blue there, and it's got a more kind of emerald green at the bottom. And so I dyed the three of these, kind of go together. I think they would make a lovely fade together, because you've got the green here which fades into that, and then you've got the same kind of green here. You've got the teal that travels through it, and so it'd be lovely for a faded shawl, a faded garment. You've got the sorrel sweater. I think there's a spring sorrel that's come out recently, and there's 52 weeks of shawls that's imminent, and I think it comes out next week, I think. And so there'll be all sorts of shawls in there that I'm sure that you're going to want to fade. So consider this as an option. So that's kind of that was where I started with the thoughts on the Emerald City. Another thing that I really wanted to do as a part of this collection was to reference kind of the rainbow and over the rainbow. And so I've dyed this skein here. And so it features a full rainbow in the skein, but actually it has what I wanted to include was kind of the sepia brown tones, because as Dorothy moves into Oz from Kansas, it travels from that kind of black and white sepia into colour, and so I wanted a rainbow skein, but I wanted to have those kind of sepia tones as well. So just so that you can get a good look at that, this is what we're working with. This was really fun to dye up. There's a lot of work in it, but it's so worth it. I love the deep purples. It's got some lovely blues there. It's got a really rich green, a sharper green into that yellow, a lovely golden into orange, and then it finishes there with that lovely rich red. And then you've got those lovely browns. So you've got some deeper browns here, and then you've got some kind of lighter browns there as well. So that's over the rainbow. I've then got these come together. So this is kind of a sock set. It's two blues, and the idea was I wanted to create kind of Dorothy's kind of blue gingham, and so there's a lighter blue, and then there's a richer kind of more royal blue. I think I saw someone asking what the base is, so I have dyed up for the purposes of showing and presenting at Yorkshire Yarn Fest. I've dyed up all of these on fingering 4-ply weight, and they're all 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. But it is the case that I also stock DK in 75-25, and I stock sport weight now in 80-20. And I also have mohair silk, which I think is a 72% kid mohair, and 20, what's the maths there, 72-28? Embarrassed myself rightly there. So I've got mohair silk as well. If you do want any of those other bases other than fingering weight 4-ply, pop me a message. I think on the listings currently, they're all the 75-25. I need to race through the rest. So that is Dorothy in a sock set. So that's Dorothy, and we've got some lovely blues, and then we've got Glenda the Good Witch. So we have Glenda the Good Witch. I wanted to reference Glinda both in the film, the popular film, and also the stage play Wicked. In the film, I understand that she's pink. She's dressed in a lot of pink. And in the stage show, she's dressed in blue. And so there's a lovely, delicate blue speckle, and that fades through a really light, delicate pink into a more confident kind of fuchsia pink. And so that's Glinda the Good Witch. And then I've got a mini skein set that I've called Glindas Garden. And so Glindas Garden has some lovely, I'm going to come up close here for these. It's got some lovely colours. It's got a really delicate pink. It's got a really rich green, and that green has some little golden speckles in there. You might be able to see the golden speckles a little bit. It's got a much lighter greeny blue. It's got a really wow pink, and it's got a gorgeous kind of blue to finish it off there. So that is Glinda's Garden, and that's 5 mini skeins. They all add up to 100 grams, and they would be perfect for a pair of sprocket socks. They would be perfect for a scrappy blanket. They would be gorgeous crocheted, and so that's Glinda's Garden. And so that is the Wizard of Oz. And then we move on quickly to my Earth Day minis. Now, these have been quite popular. I think right before I went live, I think I only had one left ready to ship. So if you do want to snag that, do so now. But the Earth Day minis, I'm going to show you them in the full skeins in a moment. But there's 5 of them, similar in quantity to the Glinda's Garden. And the idea was I wanted to take the prompt that Sophie had given us for Yorkshire Yarn Fest, and base it off of the layers of our planet Earth. So the Earth's core, the mantle, the deep ocean with the kind of fish and the ocean spray and the blues, and then kind of the lush kind of surface level with like greens and kind of floral speckles, and then the sky. And so I've included them in a mini skein set. That's how it started. And then, like I say, I got carried away. I really enjoyed them, and I've dyed them up in full skeins. So I'm going to show you them in the full skeins. I'm just going to bring them all off and see if I can show you them all at once, actually, because that would be quite fun. So we've got all 5 here. Ta-da! I am so pleased with these. So I'm going to run through them. There's the molten core, and so that's kind of the center of the Earth. For those that didn't know. There's the mantle, and so the idea was I wanted to reference the Earth, the kind of earthy brown tones. I wanted a golden to reference kind of all the ores and the metals, and then I've got a really stony grey there. I think I've called ocean depths, deep ocean. It's got some lovely navy blues, and it's got some lovely kind of, I wanted to reference kind of just fish. I thought that'd be quite nice and fun. And then it's got some lovely blues there. And I've got lush surface, so it's got a really sharp green. It's got a richer green, lovely blue with some pink speckles there. and then we've got the soft blue sky, and that's blue fading all the way into a gorgeous white at the top. And so that's my Earth Day collection. What a ride. So that's the bulk of the update. That's everything that I've been working on. I've got some other little bits that are in the shop at the minute. I've got some sock sets, and I'm just going to run through those now. So I've got Orange Grove, which these three that I'm going to show you are a 50-gram main colour and a 20-gram mini alongside. And so it's the perfect quantity for a pair of socks. And so it means that in this one purchase, you can get that project, and it's a case of which pair of socks am I going to knit rather than just buying a skein and not knowing what you're going to do with it. So this is Orange Grove, and I think someone has asked if things are going to be dye to order. I think things were about to sell out as I went live, so as soon as I finish in 4 minutes, I'm going to pop back onto the shop, and anything that's sold out, I'm going to pop up a dye to order straight away afterwards. So absolutely, things will be available dye to order. It's just that I think they've sold out while I've been chatting. So that's Orange Grove, and that is that. And then we've got the next one, which is Narcissus. I really wanted to embody spring. I wanted really happy, rich colours. And so I've got a gorgeous golden, and that fades into a real lovely daffodil narcissus colour, yellow at the top. And then we've got a gorgeous mini here. There's lots of tones going on in there. Golden, green, yellow, gorgeous. And then finally, we've got a kind of sock set based off of bees, and I've called it Majoria. That's a Doctor Who reference. If you get it, let me know. And Majoria is a gorgeous golden skein, and it's got a black as well. I'm going to stripe these. I'm going to have so much fun with them. So that is Majoria, and that is everything. Oh, thank you so much for spending the previous 12 minutes with me. I've been watching the clock. And like I say, I'm so pleased to be here. Thank you so much for your time. And like I say, I'm going to pop on the shop, and I'm going to make sure that anything that's sold out is available for dye to order. My current dye to order timescale is 3 to 4 weeks. I'm currently waiting on making an order for minis. I know that a lot of dyers have ordered advent calendar quantities of minis, so I think they're a little bit hard to come by at the minute, but dye to order will be 3 to 4 weeks. And like I say, if you want a base that's not fingering weight 4-ply, you can pop me a message. I can do a custom order. And if you want to pop me a message anyway, say hi. I'd love a chat. And yeah, like I say, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I have only been dyeing about 6 months at this point, and I'm so grateful for everyone's engagement. It's been so wonderful, and to be a part of Yorkshire Yarn Fest with so many other dyers that I've loved is so lovely. So I'm just having a look through your messages as they've come through. They're so lovely. Thank you. So that's that. I have a lot more ideas coming up. I've got an advent of my own that I'm planning, and I think I might launch that in the coming weeks. And I've got a mystery yarn club thing that I'm working on that I'm going to launch in the coming weeks, and so much more in the coming months. Thank you so much, and I'm going to call it there. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and a weekend, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.